The sounds of silence of fame.
Can I finish this? Me too.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 awkward celebrity interviews.
It always feels very awkward for me to be in front of an audience.
For this list, we're focusing solely on the beautifully strange celebrity interviews that were caught on tape and became viral sensations. While there have been plenty of bizarre celeb antics over the years, we found those that caused lengthy moments of silence and made us laugh.
Just the maniacal laughter. I don't know what the clip is.
Don't know what the clip is? It's maybe you and a scene with you and Gwyneth Paltrow?
All right, you're doing fine.
Thanks.
Number 10, Farrah Fawcett spaces out on Letterman.
What I wanted to do was paint, not put paint on my body, but use my body parts to paint with.
In 1997, the 50-year-old Charlie's Angels star posed for Playboy and made her debut on The Late Show with David Letterman at the Ed Sullivan Theater. Fawcett opened with a few strong anecdotes about life in New York City.
Yeah. And there are places where the wall...
Right.
The
wall.
What is that? The thing.
The thing.
Anyway,
charades. Suddenly, Farrah and I are playing charades.
But swiftly drifted away from reality as Dave seemingly watched the train wreck in slow motion. She giggled, described cryptic Central Park walls, and had problems describing her own birthday celebration.
How did you celebrate your 50th birthday?
Oh, so it hasn't happened.
The audience cackled in amazement, and Farrah squirmed in confusion. But Fawcett always stuck to her guns that she was not on anything at the time of the interview. You be the judge.
Now, Farrah, on the pay-per-view special, is it an hour long?
It's 58 minutes.
58 minutes?
Okay, that's another first. It's another first. Okay.
Number 9, Courtney Love crashes Madonna interview.
That's Courtney, everybody's favorite. Come on up.
Should we let her come up?
Yeah.
No, don't, please.
Come on, Courtney.
It was a moment that any music journalist dreams of, a one-on-one with Madonna. However, MTV's Kurt Loder decided he needed more from the 1995 Video Music Awards post-show.
It's also...
Hi, Courtney.
After being pelted from below by what turned out to be a makeup compact, Loder brought Courtney Love up to join the party. The Material Girl instantly expressed her concern, and things quickly got weird.
Well, I'm going to get into astrophysicists because this rock star thing is not working out.
The whole singer rambled on about science and catfights, while Madonna put on a fake smile as the MTV host was visibly filled with regret.
Well, what doesn't belong on camera?
Right?
Okay, Madonna's running off. She's going to be going. Thank you very much.
When it was all over, Love face-planted into both the stage and infamy.
And he goes, Courtney Love, I've had your hole. Which actually happens to be true.
Whoa!
Number 8, Paris Hilton walks out.
Things started on a playful note with no fewer than 3 interruptions from one or another of her 17 house pets.
This rocky 2011 interview started off light with nosy cats interrupting the scene, but soon became prickly when Kim Kardashian entered the conversation. ABC's Dan Harris spoke with Paris Hilton about her numerous stalkers and ditzy public persona.
Is it true that when you're not on camera that your voice drops and you're much more serious?
Definitely. I think it's a character that I developed for The Simple Life.
But encountered a severe case of stink eye once he questioned the fleeting fame of the entrepreneurs. Hilton looked off camera for guidance, while Harris threw up a white flag with a knowing smile.
Do you ever worry about your moment having passed? You want to wrap up?
The two hugged it out, but ABC ultimately mocked Ms. Paris during their intro segment to the piece.
She said she was watching the show, she got an outside perspective on their relationship, and decided it wasn't quite working.
Alrighty then.
Number 7, Mel Gibson's Gone to the Dogs.
We all exchanged pleasantries, and well, then things got less pleasant.
Do not, we repeat, do not bring up the past to Mel Gibson. After his 2006 drunk driving arrest, the actor took several years off, but returned to the spotlight for the 2010 thriller Edge of Darkness.
Lie down. Be dead.
During an interview with veteran entertainment reporter Sam Rubin to promote the flick, Gibson took offense when his alleged anti-Semitic tirade was brought up and shot back at the reporter with a sharp retort.
I gather you have a dog in this fight.
Some interpreted the comment to mean Gibson was accusing Rubin of a bias against him due to his own Jewish heritage.
When I did understand, I didn't speak up and say that as both a Jew and as a human being, I was really offended by what he said in 2006.
However, Rubin politely smiled but later expressed his anger, while Gibson moved on to more equally awkward interviews.
Let's move on, dude. Come on.
Edge of Darkness opens today. It's good to see you back in the saddle and doing what you do best. Thanks a lot for joining us, Mel. Take care.
Bye-bye. Asshole.
Number 6, Jian Ghomeshi versus Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob, you guys formed only in the last couple of years, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The American country rock band The Boxmasters formed in 2007 and were fortunate enough to appear on Canada's acclaimed Q radio show just a couple of years later. Unfortunately for host Jian Ghomeshi, the group's most famous member, Billy Bob Thornton, took offense when his extensive background in film was mentioned.
The Boxmasters' principal songwriter, singer, and drummer is a guy named Billy Bob Thornton, whose other job, some of the time, is Oscar-winning screenwriter, actor, and director.
For almost half of the 13-minute interview, Thornton gave cryptic answers while his bandmates looked like they had just seen a puppy run over by a semi.
I'm just trying to do a show and give people context for who you guys are.
Even though Thornton's fame brought attention to the band, he made it clear that said fame shouldn't be discussed. Classic Hollywood move.
Given that you seem to be quite passionate about music, I was wondering about your...
Would you say that to Tom Petty?
Would I say that he's passionate about music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Would you explain why it's not a hobby?
Would I explain why it's not a hobby? Are you reacting to the fact that I said...
Yeah, I am. Since you're instructed not to talk about shit like that, yeah, I am reacting to that, yeah.
Number 5, The Dictator dumps ashes on Ryan Seacrest.
Yes, I love it here because it gave me an opportunity to bring my dear friend and doubles tennis partner, Kim Jong-il.
At the 2012 Academy Awards, Sacha Baron Cohen showed up in character and accompanied by sexy female guards for his red carpet arrival and made it rain all over a surprised Ryan Seacrest.
It was his dream to come to the Oscars and to be sprinkled over the red carpet and over Halle Berry's chest again.
Baron Cohen was promoting his latest film, The Dictator, and was carrying an urn supposedly filled with the ashes of recently deceased North Korean dictator Kim Jong-il.
The interesting thing is it's actually made by South Korea.
Always a professional, Mr. Seacrest handled the incident rather well, as Baron Cohen retreated with a few words of advice.
Now, if somebody asks you what you're wearing, you will say Kim Jong-il.
In the end, Seacrest looked like Scarface, but he gained the admiration of a giddy Juliana Rancic.
Do you think that I'm lucky?
Number 4, Martin Bashir interviews Michael Jackson.
Black people were called colored people because we come in all colors.
Over the course of 8 months from 2002 to 2003, the King of Pop was followed and interviewed for a British documentary, ostensibly to see what his day-to-day life was like.
We bought these, right? And these?
Yes.
And these?
You like your urns, don't you?
Yeah.
However, MJ made the unfortunate admission that he slept in bed with children.
But I have slept in bed with many children. I sleep in bed with all of them.
Journalist and host Martin Bashir expressed his concerns to Michael Jackson, who defended his actions by citing love.
It's very loving. That's what the world needs now. More love, more
the world needs
heart.
The world needs a man who's 44 sleeping in a bed with children.
No, you're making it all wrong.
Jackson recalled his experiences sleeping with Macaulay and Kieran Culkin, and actually spoke like a child as he remembered hot air balloon excursions at Neverland Ranch.
Can you understand why people would worry about that?
Because they're ignorant.
The entire documentary stunned audiences and ultimately led to a sexual abuse trial. Michael Jackson was found innocent of all charges. Number 3, Tarantino shutdown.
It's interesting that you have a different view, and I'm just trying to explore that.
And I don't want to. Because I'm here to sell my movie.
An acclaimed journalist who'd been in the biz for decades, Krishnan Guru Murthy of Britain's Channel 4 received a surprise one day when interviewing Quentin Tarantino.
I'm going to tell you why I'm so sure. Don't ask me a question like that. I'm not biting.
There to promote his new film, Django Unchained, the director shunned his questions about violence.
Yeah, well, it's a movie. It's a fantasy.
Actually, shunned is an understatement.
And I'm shutting your butt down.
It's no secret that Quentin Tarantino's made some of the bloodiest films over the past 25 years. But he unleashed the crazy eyes once the interviewer asked about the real-life implications of such violence.
It's none of your damn business what I think about that.
Well, it's my job to ask you why you think that.
And I'm
you're very
saying
influential.
no.
Guru Murthy chuckled, and Tarantino torched him with a verbal smackdown that left the dapper host both confused and amused.
And it's all about knowing when to retire.
It's all about knowing when to hang up the gloves, or in my case, I guess the megaphone.
Quentin Tarantino, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Number 2, Charlie Sheen is winning.
Yeah, I am on a drug. It's called Charlie Sheen.
The internet went wild in 2011 as one of Hollywood's most exuberant personalities officially, well, let's say, took a break from reality.
I'm an F-18, bro, and I will destroy you in the air, and I will deploy my ordnance to the ground.
In an at times hilarious, but also troubling interview with Andrea Canning, Charlie Sheen explained that he wasn't bipolar, but rather by winning.
I'm by winning. I win here and I win there.
And had tiger blood among his many quotable quips.
You know, I get tiger blood, man.
The ABC host pressed the actor about his relentless partying, which led Sheen to boast that his antics would make Frank Sinatra and Keith Richards look like
droopy-eyed, armless children.
Social media went crazy, and so did Sheen.
But
Are you gonna OD? Are you gonna die?
That's for amateurs. Come on, no, I'm fine. I've always had a plan, and I've always executed it perfectly.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
And Joaquin, I'm sorry you couldn't be here tonight.
I would slash my hooves.
No, I love this film.
Oh, yeah.
That's very nice of you to joke about.
It's a joke. Where are you going? What are you doing?
Rude.
She's
so
done
rude.
with you. So when I compare myself to Steve Jobs or Walt Disney, Howard Hughes, David Stern, Michelangelo, Da Vinci, Jesus.
You know I'm going to be really terse with these Star Trek questions that I've answered for 23 years.
Number 1, Tom Cruise jumps the couch.
We've never seen you behave this way before.
I know.
Some actors fake tears, and some actors fake excitement. It's what they do. So, was it a huge surprise when Tom Cruise went nuts on the Oprah Winfrey Show in 2005 and declared his love for Katie Holmes?
I'm in love.
Right around the same time, Cruise had lost his longtime publicist and was also boasting about his knowledge of psychiatry.
Psychiatry is a pseudoscience.
The digital age was being revolutionized by outlets like TMZ and YouTube, which made Cruise's couch jumping an instant viral hit.
You ever felt this way before?
Perhaps he was simply promoting his next film, War of the Worlds, but his goofy appearance made him an instant punchline. It was awkward and undoubtedly awesome.
Are you sleeping? Are you getting enough sleep?
No, I'm not.
No.
Do you agree with our list?
Perfect. Yeah. No, it doesn't compare. They're whole different realities, you know?
What's your favorite awkward celebrity interview?
Really? What about this is frightening to you? Tell me.
For more mind-blowing top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
That'd be great.